Today we're checking out the OEM Puck System fifth wheel adapter with rails for a 2020 and newer Silverado 2500 HD. If you're wanting to run a standard fifth wheel hitch in a truck that came with pucks, this adapter is an easy way to drop in an industry standard rail without drilling the bed or messing with a bunch of brackets. This fifth wheel adapter is compatible with most fifth wheel legs or rollers, and it can handle a gross trailer weight of 25,000 pounds. This gives your truck a lot more versatility once it's equipped to haul fifth wheel trailers. This adapter is made of premium grade carbon steel for long lasting strength. It's finished with black powder coating for rust resistance and long-term durability. This adapter guarantees quiet towing with no chucking and vibrations between the fifth wheel hitch and the puck system. When it comes to the construction on this, you're getting a heavy gauge steel frame with welded rails and sturdy puck posts that lock into the factory receivers. The finish is a tough powder coat to help fight rust and road salt, and the hardware is robust so that it will stay tight and rattle free over time. The latch system uses solid cam locks and safety pins so the adapter stays put, and the rail pockets are cut true so the hitch drops in smooth and sits square. As far as the pricing goes on this, it's coming in right in that $500 price range. For a steel adapter that lets you run standard fifth wheel rails in a factory puck truck without any drilling, that's a solid value in my opinion. When it comes to the install on this one, it's going to get rated a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and you can get this job done in 45 minutes or less of your time. Now let's check out exactly how this is done with a quick video from one of our AmericanTrucks customers.
See how it goes. The tools we gotta have are a screwdriver for popping up the pucks in the bed up here, a torque wrench for torquing the bolts down, gotta have a 15/16 socket and a 3/4 inch socket, 1/2 inch drive ratchet or one that will fit the sockets that you're using, and a pair of needle nose pliers. So let's get into it. Today we're going to be installing the Puck System fifth wheel adapter on a Silverado 2500 HD. Okay, here we are in the bed of the truck. You'll see there's 5 holes. This is the Puck System. The center hole is for a gooseneck ball, which actually comes with the truck. But what we need for the fifth wheel is the 4 holes you see around. And this is what I want to use the screwdriver for. Just gently push them forward, lift them up. They pop out pretty easy. You want to save these. So if you take the hitch out, you can cover the holes back up and dirt and debris doesn't get down in the holes. Pull those out. Fairly easy. Next thing, we want to set the cross members in place. To do that, we have to take this cleps pin out and move them to the open position. Set them down in the holes. So, do this on both sides. Make sure you have the handles facing out so you can get to them once the hitch is installed in case you need to. Alright, next step is to install the rails that the fifth wheel will actually mount to. So you want to make sure you got the slots for the fifth wheel turned up. Set those in place. As I said before, this thing will fit more than one model, so that's why you have different holes in there. And it comes with carriage bolts to go in these holes. You got 8 of them. We'll line those up and get them installed. If you see me sweating, it is a hot day in Georgia. Even for September. Finish spinning that one up with a ratchet. The other rail, mount it the same way. Now the manual says to torque these down to 110 foot-pounds, so that's where our torque wrench comes in. All right, we traded that shallow 3/4 socket for the deep. And again, this is 110 foot-pounds, what the instruction says. Which is pretty tight. Move that lever out of the way. Now that one's pretty tight, so we're probably gonna have to loosen it. I don't know, that's pretty close. All right, that's all 8 of them. Tighten down to 110 foot-pounds. Now the next thing in the instructions, next step, is to adjust these if needed, the locking pins. It says there should be some resistance when you try to turn them. As you can see, when I was fighting with this one, there's a good bit of resistance. So we may need to loosen that one a little bit. You don't want to loosen them too much, because if you do, then you'll have chucking in your hitch, causing noise going down the road. This one's probably a little too loose. That one's probably about right. That one's a little loose. So the way you adjust that, first we have to take that pin out, that cotter pin. Get our 15/16 socket here. See if we can get the pin straightened out enough to get it out. And then if you got one that's too loose, like this one, it's the instructions is tighten it a quarter turn at the time. Like that. That's actually a little too tight. Back it off just a little bit. That's probably about where it needs to be. Pretty close to where we started. Holes in there, so we can put the cotter pin back in it. Do a little tweaking on the pin here. There we go. Make sure you bend those where they won't come loose. Resistance. This one's got a little resistance. It's got a little resistance, probably about right. This one has a lot of resistance, so let's slack it off a little bit. Backing it off about an 8. Feels about right. Put the
pin back in. Then the cotter pins around so they don't come out. Now we're ready to put clevis pins back in. Keep it from coming unlocked while I'm going down the road. Hold these lined up. And we are ready to go. We're ready to mount the fifth wheel now. Well, now that we've got the hitch installed sitting on the rail, all that's left to do is install the pins. Since this sits up a little bit higher, the pins are going to be pretty easy to get to, and they are. In the back are. There's a way to do it though. Slide the pin in from the inside. There we go. And it's easy to put in there. And that's all there is to it. Everything's solid and it's ready to go. Just an FYI, these rails do make it sit up a little bit. Let's say about 3 inches. Makes it sit up about 3 inches higher, so I'll have to check once I get it hooked to the camper to see if we need to make any adjustments in the hitch to lower it in. But that's about it. Hope you enjoyed it.
All right, that wraps up our review and install of the OEM Puck System fifth wheel adapter with rails for the 2020 and newer Silverado 2500 HD. And for all things Silverado, keep it right here at American Trucks.